Hello and welcome to a brand new episode on the Indian Millennials channel. My name is Rohit Kotpad. I bring about contextual information pertaining to things that are happening in our great country India, around the world, and of course in our marketplace. Well, this is a very strange time that we are living in because there are two major spectacles that attract people from across the country and also Indians across the globe to tune into the televisions to watch these two spectacles and follow these two spectacles with a lot of passion. These are spectacles which the media loves because they're going to make a lot of money milking the opportunity of portraying these two events that are happening. And once in 5 years, these two events happen simultaneously with each other and both of them are competing for the same prime time spot. Well, there's no guesses what I'm talking about. On one side, there is the IPL, which is a flagship cricket tournament that is going on. On the other side, it's the Indian elections. The general elections of 2024. Every 5 years, India votes to decide who the Prime Minister is going to be, who is going to be at the realm of the central government, and who are going to take or lead our country forward. At the same time, there's also IPL. Have you ever wondered, between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, most of the TV channels, most of the news channels have debating programs in India today. And these debates are always about things that are pertaining to elections. Whether it could be one community versus another community, whether it's about one political party making a fool of itself or the other political party also making a fool of itself, whatever it is, it's all about elections, and only elections. Where you have spokespersons from different political parties trying to argue, but they're just shouting and howling and not even trying to make their point. And on the other hand, you have the best teams of India, the best players of India facing off against each other for the beloved IPL trophy. Well, I'm from Bengaluru and I'm a proud RCB fan. And like I said, Isala Cup Namde has been said so many times, but at least the women did it for Bangalore this time. But hopefully even the men will do it, and that's the hope that we have as spectators. At the same time, on the other hand, we also have the elections, and as a spectator, I'm just curious to know who is actually going to win this time. Now, why am I making this video? I'm making this video because I want to make sure that everyone is really aware of all the noise that happens. If you truly want to elect a new government, or if you want to elect somebody, or if you don't want to elect somebody else, it's really based on their performance in the last 5 years. As simple as that. But unfortunately, we tend to forget it and we tend to focus on the rhetoric and the propaganda that each of them propagates, each of them speaks about. So as Indians, what can we do? What is the number one thing that each and every one of us have to do? Firstly, get yourself a voter ID if you don't have one. If you're a millennial, you better have a voter ID by now. And if you're younger than that, you better try and apply for one. Because I hear majorly 5 different arguments about voting and in India. Number 1, why should I vote? Either way, nothing's going to come to me. Number 2, either I'm not going to vote for this party or that party, I'm just going to click on Nota. Number 3, why should I even bother? Today's one day where I get a lot of time for myself because it's a holiday, so let me just chill at home or let me just go out and have fun. And number 4, it doesn't matter who I vote for, at the end of the day, nothing good's ever going to happen to me. And last but certainly not the least, my vote doesn't count. Why will my vote decide anything? Why do I need to care about my voting? Well, for all this, it's only one thing that I would like to say. Voting is something which is both a fundamental right and a fundamental duty of every single citizen. If I have to look at other countries, most of the countries, the people don't even have the privilege of actually going out and voting for somebody. It's basically participating in something called as democracy. Today, everyone is saying that India's democracy is under threat. Well, you still get a chance to vote. So if you are getting a chance to vote and if you really think it's threatened, then do something about it because you actually have the power. That's something which nobody realizes. But the truth is, you have to vote because it's not only a fundamental right, which many countries do not have the privilege for, whereas India does. And it's also a fundamental duty because you have to exercise your right to vote as a citizen of a democratic country. And that is what living in a democracy means. And when you vote for somebody, whether you vote for ideological reasons, whether you vote for economic reasons, whether you vote for any other reason, it doesn't matter as long as you go out there and vote for it. Hell, we can vote for stupid things online, and which is the best movie, which is not the best movie, and we can participate in polls that are so, utterly nuisansical and not really productive. Why can't we just go out there and vote? Because the voting system in India is quite well organized, to be honest. We have a EVM machine that we go to and nobody gets to know who we voted for unless we open our mouth and tell. Well, I could be a BJP voter and I could tell my other friends who are actually or anti-BJP or anti-Modi and say I voted for Congress. And I could be a Congress supporter and still go to all the bucks around and say I voted for BJP. Will you ever know who I voted for? Well, no, nobody does, nobody will, because that's my fundamental duty. I'm not saying whom to vote for. I'm not even going to propagate for any particular party because, again, when you vote for somebody, look at your own constituency. Who has been your MP and what has been his or her performance over the last 5 years? And based on that, look at the candidates that are coming in and then decide on who you want to vote for. Because we are all pretty smart to know where our country is heading or where our country is headed towards. Based on whatever ideological conclusions that we may have, all that we have to do is exercise that right to vote and just participate in this because it's only once in 5 years. This does not happen every now and then. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, millennials, Gen Z, everybody who holds and who is proud to be an Indian citizen living in India, go and vote. Do not think that your vote doesn't count. Go out and exercise your right and your duty towards your country, and then understand what's going to happen after that. All right? So go out there and vote, and more importantly, stay clear of the noise that is happening today. It's okay. It's natural to have media prime time shouting all the time about politics. It's okay. This is once in a 5 years phenomenon. That's it. Once the election is over, it's always going to happen because everyone is here to make money. Believe me, nobody is here to just give you right information. Even us, the Indian Millennials channel, we will make content, but ultimately we also want to monetize our channel. But the truth is that we have to dissect through multiple sources of information to actually come to a common conclusion of what is really good for you and what is not really good for you. So, this message in this video is pretty clear. Enjoy the IPL and go out and vote for whoever you think is right fit to lead our country. Go out, vote. Do not sit at home. Do not Netflix and chill. Do not do anything else on that particular day. Just go out and vote. Be proud of being a citizen of India who's exercised their right to vote. Because if you have not voted and if you still think you have the right to complain, technically you do not have that right anymore. So go out, vote, and until next time, stay tuned for more such content from this channel. We'll see you very soon with another video. Take care, Jai Hind, and goodbye.